super excited to have Nick Glaetzer here. I think first time in Queensland, is that right?
First time in Brisbane.
Legendary name, legendary winemaker. So happy to have him here at Southern Oscillations. Nick, if you could tell me a little bit about the wine that you do and your philosophy, that'd be...
Yeah, so I moved down to Tassie 20 years ago now, 2 decades ago, in search of making Pinot. Big fan of Burgundy and the old world sort of style of Pinots, a lovely savoury spice. Spent a bit of time over in Europe over the years, and then discovered Tassie. I was working in Margaret River at Lewin Estate, at a blind tasting, saw a Tassie Pinot, and it was the first time that an Aussie Pinot had hit me. Like, it had this savoury spice, this texture to it, and it was incredible. So that made me go, right, I'm going to go have a look at Tassie. Went down there for a vintage at Frogmore Creek. 20 years later, I'm making my own wine, got my own winery, got our own vineyard down there now as well. Still chasing Pinot, but Tassie also awesome for obviously the Chardis and Riesling. I do a full climate Shiraz too in Tassie, which is pretty different for Australia, but it's pretty delicious.
Nick, I know you talked about it a little bit. You have 2 Pinots, Riesling, Shiraz, and I think the Shirazes that I've had from Tasmania have been like mind-blowing. I can't believe that grape works so well there, but a little bit about what you're pouring and what you're...
Yeah, so the Riesling we get in Tassie, we get a bit more texture to the wines. Being cool climate, we're not building up that phenolic content that they do in warmer climates, so we can press it harder. We get this lovely texture and extract into our wines. The Pinot, as I said before, again, cool climate, we get the stalks and the seeds lovely and ripe. So we build that savoury spice into, we do a whole cluster ferments, and we get that lovely extract coming out. Shiraz or Syrah, as we do down there, very different to your typical Aussie, family going back to the 1840s in the Barossa, growing and making Shiraz, very different beast to what I do in Tassie. Much more like the Northern Rhone, your Crozes-Amatars, Centre-Sèvres. We get this lovely meaty, sort of butcher shop meatiness, this black olive tapenade, charcuterie boards, and this awesome sort of white pepper raspberry spice. Yeah, it could be a different variety. That's how different the style.
And between you and I, probably the most handsome of all the Glaetzer sons, or?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I mean, I've got hair, I suppose.